From the moment that sin and death entered this world, evil has desired to stop the advancement of the kingdom of heaven here on earth. Everything in the Word of God, from the beginning to the end, that entire story is about the advancing of the kingdom of heaven on earth, as it is in heaven. Every single page is about this one story. And it's very important we see that obviously evil wants to stop that from happening. Well, how do they do it? They seek to kill godly men and women. So the point of this video is to open your eyes to this idea that you should be carrying a gun. Now, before we get into that, I do want to take a moment and thank Victory, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram for not just supporting this channel, but for providing food pantries around this country, including my home city, for providing hot meals, for building orphanages. They built 7, they're on their 8th all around this world. One of them in Kiev during the war. It's an honor to be partnered with them because it's lately hard to find good businesses and corporations that are actually being the hands and feet of Jesus Christ. So I'm going to put their link below. You can obviously buy a car there, but you can also check out their Giving Hope Fund and see all the things they're involved in. It's really fascinating. Go check them out. So again, all of this, what it means, you should be protecting yourself from the very beginning of time. Wickedness has sought to kill godly men and women. Just an example, the oldest book in the Bible, maybe the oldest complete text on the planet, the book of Job, wickedness sought to kill, murder, and destroy the righteousness of this earth. And, you know, you see it there. You saw it with Abraham. You saw it with Noah. You saw it with David. I mean, David literally is pretty much being the most faithful servant to the king ever, and the king's just looking at him thinking to himself, I need to kill that guy because of the wickedness whispering in his ear. Because, you know, you can keep going down the line. You can keep going. Anybody who was godly and was taking a part in advancing the kingdom of heaven here on earth as it is in heaven, somebody sought to kill them. Let's look at the remnant that built the wall around Jerusalem. They literally had to build with one hand while they fought with a sword with the other because they were trying to advance the kingdom of heaven on earth. And in that moment, as God referred to them as a remnant, they had to defend themselves with weaponry while they did the work of God. This is an incredibly important piece we have to wake up to, because there's this concept that you know, because you're a godly person, you shouldn't defend yourself, or you shouldn't carry guns. Of course you should. Why? Because wickedness seeks to kill godly men and women. Always has, always will. Nothing has changed. From the beginning of the earth, or from the moment man fell and sin and death entered the earth, from that moment on, nothing has changed. Nothing. Sin and death and murder is seeking to devour godly men and women. So how do you defend yourself? Well, first of all, you have to defend your body in spiritual ways. But that's not what this video is about. There's a lot to that. We can make like 20,000 videos on that. This one is about how you defend your body in physical ways, because the closer you get to being on God's path, and his path for you is to play a role in advancing the kingdom of heaven here on earth, being the hands and feet of Jesus Christ. That is his plan for all of humanity. We just choose to advance our own kingdoms. But if you set aside your own kingdom and you seek to advance the kingdom of heaven, wickedness is going to seek to kill you. It's never changed. It's been that way from the very beginning. You take any godly person, prophets, you know, people were always trying to kill the prophets. Jesus, obviously, the moment that he knew his time was up, there immediately in Matthew 26, it says, and they sought to kill him. You know, the disciples, they were all killed. I mean, this is how it plays out, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand, and that's the exact reason why Jesus Christ told them the night before his death, you need to have a sword. You need to have something to protect yourself. And he was specifically talking about a dagger, a self-defense weapon at the time. If this was taking place today, it was said, you all need a gun. You need to conceal and carry is what you need to do, because if you're going to be playing a part in advancing the kingdom of heaven on earth, regardless of when in the history of the world you were born, wickedness is going to seek to kill you. Fact. Nothing changes. It's how it was, it's how it is, and it's how it always will be until Christ returns. The only difference is it's gonna get a lot worse between now and then. A lot worse. And that's just not me saying it. The Word of God says so. It says so. Read Revelation. It's a fact. Jesus Christ said so. A time of tribulation that the world has never seen nor never will again. You need to defend yourself. You need to take up arms as a Christian, especially if you are, now if you're just advancing your own kingdom, you just need self-defense because you're in the world. But if you're advancing the kingdom of heaven, you need self-defense because wickedness is going to seek to kill you. Any thoughts or insight, definitely put that below. I do want to take a moment and say, most people watch this channel, they're not subscribers to the channel. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button. It greatly increases the algorithm and our ability to get these messages out. That link is below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, and never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.